The Crimean War, fought from 1853 to 1856, was a significant conflict that engulfed Europe and the Middle East. It marked a turning point in the history of warfare, introducing new technologies and tactics that would shape future battles. It primarily pitted the Russian Empire against a formidable alliance comprising Great Britain, France, the Ottoman Empire, and the Kingdom of Sardinia. These nations, despite their differences, united against a common threat. This war, centered on the Crimean Peninsula, exposed the deep-seated political and religious tensions simmering beneath the surface of European relations. The battles fought here were not just about territory, but also about influence and power. The Crimean War was a clash of empires, each with their own ambitions and anxieties. It was a struggle for dominance, with each side seeking to assert its authority and protect its interests. Russia, under the rule of Tsar Nicholas I, sought to expand its influence southwards towards the strategically vital Dardanelles Strait, the gateway to the Mediterranean Sea. This move was seen as a direct challenge to the existing balance of power. This ambition directly threatened the interests of Great Britain, a staunch defender of its own maritime supremacy and wary of any power shift in the region. The British, along with their allies, were determined to counter Russian advances and maintain their strategic dominance. The Crimean War was not simply a power struggle. It was deeply intertwined with religious tensions, particularly over the rights of Christian minorities in the Ottoman Empire, known as the Eastern Question. These religious disputes were not just local issues, but had far-reaching implications for the balance of power in Europe. Russia, positioning itself as the protector of Orthodox Christians under Ottoman rule, used this as a pretext to assert its influence in the region. This move was part of a broader strategy to expand Russian influence and secure a foothold in the strategically vital territories of the declining Ottoman Empire. This claim clashed with the interests of France, which saw itself as the protector of Roman Catholics in the Holy Land. France's involvement was driven by both religious solidarity and a desire to counterbalance Russian ambitions in the region. British anxieties were more geopolitical. The British government was deeply concerned about maintaining the balance of power in Europe and preventing any single nation from becoming too dominant. The British feared a Russian advance towards the Dardanelles would threaten their access to India, the jewel in the crown of their empire. Control over the Dardanelles was crucial for maintaining their naval supremacy and protecting their trade routes. The potential disruption of trade routes and the prospect of an increasingly powerful Russia were unacceptable risks for the British. The Crimean War thus became a complex conflict where religion, politics, and power were inextricably linked, shaping the course of 19th century European history. The Crimean War was a brutal conflict characterized by grueling sieges, bloody battles, and harsh conditions. The war saw numerous key battles that shaped its course and outcome. The most famous engagement was the Siege of Sevastopol, a strategically vital Russian port city on the Black Sea. This protracted siege, lasting almost a year, demonstrated both the tenacity of the Russian defenders and the technological advancements of the Allied forces, particularly in artillery. The siege involved relentless bombardments and fierce hand-to-hand combat, making it one of the most grueling episodes of the war. Another iconic, albeit tragic, battle was the charge of the Light Brigade. This disastrous cavalry charge, immortalized in Alfred Lord Tennyson's poem, highlighted the shortcomings of military leadership and the fog of war. While a testament to the bravery of the British cavalrymen, it ultimately proved a costly and futile endeavor. The charge resulted in heavy casualties and is remembered as a symbol of heroic but misguided valor. These battles and strategies not only defined the Crimean War, but also left a lasting impact on military tactics and history. Section 4: Echoes of War, Military and Global Transformation. The Crimean War, though geographically confined, had profound global repercussions. It marked a turning point in military history, ushering in an era of modern warfare characterized by technological innovations such as rifled muskets, improved artillery, and the use of railways for troop and supply movement. Furthermore, the war reshaped the European political landscape. It shattered the concert of Europe, the fragile peace established after the Napoleonic Wars, and ushered in an era of realignments and shifting alliances. The war also exposed the weaknesses of the Russian Empire, paving the way for internal reforms and a period of introspection. Section 5, Conclusion, a lasting legacy of the Crimean War. The Crimean War, though often overshadowed by later conflicts, left an indelible mark on history. It highlighted the complex interplay of religion, power politics, and nationalism in 19th century Europe. The war also accelerated the development of modern warfare, forever changing the face of battle. The echoes of the Crimean War reverberated long after the guns fell silent, shaping international relations, military thinking, and the fate of empires for decades to come.